Hi, guys. This is Hannah Laura from Southeast Iowa.
Hannah Laura from Southeast Iowa. Welcome to the program. What's on your mind?
Thank you. I got a couple of things. The first one, I just wanted to bring attention that Iowa is now facing the school voucher problem. And, we've had a great education system that we've been known for a long time, but the numbers are just way against us. And it feels pretty hopeless. And, what can we do when you can message your representatives and whatnot, but, when the numbers are so against you, there's just not much you can do. And so that's a depressing fact.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention, you always hear about conservatives and the like being against, like gay people or whatever until they have someone in their family that is that way, or, it affects them personally, is the common way that it goes. But with my family, it took a little bit of a different turn. My daughter came out as trans a couple years ago, and I'm from a very, very conservative, right-wing, evangelical, or probably more fundamentalist background. And my extended family, there's probably at least 50% of them are either missionaries somewhere around the world or pastors. And we get together for this family reunion that my grandpa started, this, great, rock of the religious Baptist tradition. My grandpa started this camp in northern Iowa that we go to. And I just put on the message board, my daughter, she's trans, is she going to be safe and welcome? And it caused a huge rift where I am not talking to a lot of my family anymore just because they said, oh, sure, she'll be safe, but she can't use the women's restroom. And I just found it kind of a strange twist on, you would think that, usually when people are affected personally by an issue that they kind of think about it more and change their minds a little bit. And the strangest thing is that my oldest brother, who's very, very conservative, he actually said, not only was I, I was causing the big problem there, but that I wasn't even worried about my daughter's safety, that I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that trans people have the right to use the bathroom of their choice. So I just found that kind of like an extra twist of the knife in the back. And I imagine that there are a lot of people that are so dedicated to this aggrievement on the right that we see all the time that they can't even see how much they're hurting people that they love, just to to think that I was just trying to, defend some political stance or something when it's actually, a teenage girl who shouldn't have to be ostracized in that way. So
yeah,
I wanted to bring that up.
That's horrible. And that is exactly the idea that your daughter being trans is really just some way for you to stick it to your brother.
Right.
It is just, it's a very twisted. There is the conservative mindset is just one where they just really resent having to even entertain the idea that there are people or ideas that are different from them. They just resent the idea that like it's going to take any work for me to in any way process that there are other human beings. And that's, for years I've been listening to Rush Limbaugh. And I've been saying this, like his whole shtick, the vast majority of it can be boiled down to don't doubt yourself. You are absolutely right. Anything that is outside of you, it is perfectly legitimate and, in fact, almost required that you reject it, because it is, doubt should not creep into your head. In fact, sometimes he even gets on to like, just as if he was some type of personal empowerment guru in pushing that idea. And they cannot deal with that type of the idea that there are people that are different from they are, who have different values that they do, and that they exist. I mean, look, I accept that there are racist people, but I just think that as a notion of justice in a society, you cannot operationalize that racism in any form. That is a fundamentally different perspective than we're going to let people live and let live, essentially. I mean, I'm so sad to hear that. You and your daughter have our best wishes, and hang in there. I know that must be difficult, but
thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Appreciate the call.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Really, I guess you got to be really, really close to have that worldview and accept that there are other. I mean, I can understand like the idea of people, needing time to adjust to things that are foreign to them in some fashion.